smoking in the theater. If you would like to smoke, please feel free to go to another theater because, heck, I don't know. If you'd like to smoke, we have a lobby out front where you can smoke. We have some meat hanging up out there, and we would like that smoked, so please do your part if you do smoke. If you have to smoke anything bigger, go into Washington Avenue where they accept that kind of thing. Also, let's see, we have exits in the theater, and I guess we've proved John Paul Sartre wrong there, haven't we? Little theater joke. This goes out to the fashionable side of Washington Avenue. This one down here, heck, we don't know where this one goes. So, best wishes to you folks down here. There's an exit in the back of the theater that's not lit, so good luck during a power outage. And there's an exit in the back that is lit, and I think we'll all be lit by the end of the night. As I was saying, yes, parking. All right, about parking. The girl can start now. When I was in high school, the boy started. Well, I was kind of a wag back then. And I've got stories, but I won't go into that now. But actually about parking, about parking, yes. If you parked in a lot, or if you're biblical and parked in Lot's wife, thank you. No. Hold your applause. If you parked in a lot and you have to put the money in an envelope and you write your license number on the envelope and you put the envelope in a box and you didn't do that, your car will be towed. If you parked by a sign that said no parking, again, your car will be towed there. But there is plenty of available parking in Crystal, Minnesota. So if you can get out there, do it, because your car's safety is my business. There we go. Let's see, we have, in the lobby, we have a men's room and a women's room. We had to do it this way because of the scuffle that broke out last weekend. So please, check those out. They're in the lobby, and they're both modeled after Turkish prison camps. Really something to see, so please, take that in. What else, Steve? Have I missed
We have another fabulous theater here in town.
Sure do. Dudley has another theater and several bordellos in the Twin Cities. The other theater is called the Brave New Workshop. It's at the corner of 26th and Hennepin, across the street from an Embers, so you know there's good eating over there. And playing there Tuesday through Saturday is a show called Terms of Employment, or It's a Dirty Job, so you do it. So please check that out. It's very funny. It should play through July, and at this rate, so will this show. So I think that's it. The show is going to start in about 8 minutes. Thanks very much for coming. Enjoy the show. Oh, no. Oh, no.
First is the first word, the first in the first line, the first in the first song tonight. This is the first song, the first in the first act, and this is the first time we've gotten it right. First in life are worth reviewing, that's the time we have no idea what the hell we're doing, but first, the title reversed, first, second thoughts, first times. Remember your first.
The first time I learned that the Easter Bunny was fake, I decided my little brother really didn't need to know the truth yet. So the night before Easter, I went out and painted little bunny tracks on the front walk, and I chewed up a little carrot and left it out. Oh, between the sliding glass doors, I left a little tuft of cotton, you know, like the bunny got caught. Well, anyway, morning comes, and I wake up my little brother, and I say, "Get up, the bunny came." And we run downstairs, and he says, "Oh, Linda, look at what Mom and Dad did." Remember the worst?
The first fight I ever had was with Terry Grimes. He lived on the street between my house and the junior high school. Every day, he would chase me, he would sit on me, he would beat me up. He was getting a lot of exercise. Finally, the day comes, I can't take it anymore. It was a rainy afternoon, and he was wearing his new junior executive raincoat, and he comes at me, and I can't fight, so I lunge out, and I ripped both the pockets off of his new raincoat. You know, from that day on, he still beat the crap out of me.
When I was a freshman in college, my dad came to visit me, and we got all dressed up and went out for a real fancy dinner to the Flame Room. And it was the first time I ever ordered an alcoholic beverage in front of my father. Anyway, it was a very special evening, and afterwards he dropped me off at the dorm, and for the first time it just came out. I love you, Dad. And he said, I love you too. And it was that easy.
My father wanted me to play Little League Baseball, and I was a sensitive child, and I was always reading Misty of Chincoteague. I said, no, Dad, I don't want to play. I'll get hit by a pitch. And he said, no, you won't. So I joined. First game, I get hit by a pitch, and I'm not even at bat. I look on the mound, Terry Grimes.
You always remember that wonderful rotten first. It just goes to show what people can do unrehearsed.
Remember the first?
The first celebrity I ever met was Mark Goddard. You might remember him as Don West on the old Lost in Space show. His brother owns the 5 and 10 in my hometown, no lie. Anyway, true, I saw him on the street, and I said hi, and he said yeah.
On my 6th birthday, we come home from church, and my mom says, Linda, would you get out and open the garage door? So I did. And there, in the middle of the garage, was a beautiful baby blue two-wheeler Schwinn with a bell and everything. Well, see, now the problem is now every time I open the garage door, I expect something. Life has been terribly disappointing.
The first funeral I ever went to was for my grandmother's husband. He was not my grandfather, but he was the man who gave me my first haircut, which he performed using sheep shears. The reason they call them that is because they're for use on sheep. Anyway, they were very rusty, and he ended up pulling a lot of the hair out of my head, and I cried. But not at his funeral.
Remember a time.
Remember a time.
Remember a kiss.
Remember a kiss.
Remember a night.
Remember a night.
And also this.
Firsts are fun
And a blessing.
and of course damn depressing. So first,
Have a good time. And second,
remember a first.
we know what you're thinking. You're wondering just a bit. In regards to cast, is this it?
In answer to your question, is this it? We will admit our cast is petite.
Petite.
Petite. Oh, gee. Oh.
We hope you won't think less of us.
Because there's less of us instead of more of us.
But you see, there used to be.
4 of us.
Well, you tell
I'm
me.
gonna have to,
I don't know what
obviously.
to say.
Folks, Bob Pasternak and Carol Spelman will not be appearing in the show tonight or ever. Something came up. There's nothing
Yeah,
we can do.
something came up. They got work out of Chanhassen, and they chumped us
You
about
are
10
bitter
minutes
about
ago.
this. You want to work at
Here,
Chanhassen, and that's
I
the
do
problem
not.
here,
My
right?
dance partner's gone. I don't want to go.
Folks, we're going to try and rework the show for 2 people instead of 4, kind of as we go along tonight. Now, they left just before. You could tell during the parking announcement that I was upset, obviously. They left. I'm pissed is my basic problem right now because, well, we're just going to try and rework it for 2 instead of 4. It's going to be rough. Please bear with us. Is all
You know,
I can
folks, you really didn't miss a whole lot. She kind of looked like Ernest Borgnine, kind of
You are
sang
bitter.
like him,
You are
too,
too bitter about
Peter,
this.
this is good.
Good evening, everybody. Here's what you've been waiting for. Lots of laughs, wonderful tunes, and a crazy cast of 2. Hi-ho, everybody. We're ready and set. Life's a song. Sing along with our happy choir duet. What is the show about? Ooh. What are you gonna shout? That's right. It's all of that and one more thing. You bet. Won't that be a surprise? evening, everybody. Be prepared to shout encore. Once again, good evening from our crazy cast of two.
Oh, this is low tolling. I'm going to chant, isn't it?
I'm going to chant that chicken.
Good evening, everybody. We would like to recommend finishing our howdy do. This is the
Who am I? Can you tell? We met before, I didn't treat you very well. In fact, I put you all through years of hell. I'm Mr. Puberty. I got my kicks, without a doubt. I'd give a snap and watch you sprout. Things that were in, I made them stick out. I'm Mr. Puberty. Before the day I came your way, you were cute. You were cute and soft and snuggly. In seconds flat, I changed all that. Poof, ugly. Embarrassment was my game. I loved humiliating you. In front of the class, you'd stand up. Something else would stand up too. I turned your life from white to gray. You look more every day. Your parents prayed you'd move away. Thanks to Mr. Puberty. Those are the days. I remember it well. That first zit I gave you? The one the size of Lake Michigan? Oh, yeah. Picked a perfect time for that one, too. Prom night. So big, some of you guys had to rent an extra tux. Your first drink? Never cleaned the back of that car, did they? The boys I tortured with my skills, they had a voice like Bob's or Bill's. When I threw in a little Beverly Sills, ha! Mr. Puberty. I gave you boys the jewels. Just remember, Jack, I'm the guy who put 'em there. I can take 'em back. The girls got round and tall and wise. They made out better than the guys. But then, surprise, surprise, from Mr. Puberty. The guys made out okay. They dropped the acne, the whole lot. But what I gave the girls back then, they still got. So watch your step, you women and men, or someday soon you won't know when I might visit you again. What fun that would be, you and Mr. Puberty.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Heavens, I'm sorry. Is this on? Oh, I guess so. Good evening, and welcome to our first in a series of lectures entitled Human Health in the 80s. Our scheduled speaker this evening, Miss Ann Roschultz, author of Forget Your Troubles, Come On, Get Healthy, could not be with us this evening. She did, however, call the office and left some notes for us, for me rather. Oh, ow. No, I'm fine. Don't get up. Heavens. I'll put this right here. Okay, well, I should introduce myself. I'm Sandra Murky. I am the secretary and historian for this group. Many of you know me as Sandy. Many of you don't know me at all. Okay. Oh, I must warn you, I am not a public speaker. This is my first time in front of a group of this size and magnitude, so bear with me. What is health? And how do we find it? For good health, we need many things. A balanced diet, regular exercise, and dinner mints. That's not right. I think the point that Miss Roach... Oh, heavens, I'm so sorry. You keep that. Matches your pants. Okay, as I was saying, self-examination is a necessary step in combating illnesses in both men and women. For the women, this involves regular examination of the it's warm up here. A little water would help. That was refreshing. Women should examine their front parts to prevent or lessen the danger of frontal cancer or any other female illnesses as such. The examination takes about 5 minutes and should be done once a month. If any lumps, hard knots, or thickening should occur... Oh, my, that's graphic, isn't it? Golly, it sounds like stew or something. Well, listen, if any of that stuff should happen, contact your doctor. The actual examination should be done in the shower in front of a mirror lying down. I don't suppose all at the same time. I don't think many of us have mirrors in our showers. Do we? Okay. How to examine yourself? Oh, well, you put your right hand behind your right head, and with your left hand... Could I have a volunteer, please, come up and we'll... Oh, no, okay, that's not. I'll just do it. Well, with your fingers flat, press gently in a small circular motion, beginning at the uppermost part of the bust, and slowly circling the entire bust. Listen, I'll just speed this up for the sake of brevity. Just good. Okay. Next, move in the fingers about an inch and keep circling until you feel every part of it, including the end part. Oh, you know. And if anything should, see a doctor. Now, there's supposed to be a brief question and answer period. Are there any questions? Good, okay. This brings us now to the men. Self-examination is also crucial for men, especially with the rise in prostitute cancer. Oh, prostate, P-R-O-S-T-A-T-E cancer. To perform this self-examination, are there any questions on that? Good. Next week's speaker will be Dr. Marion Granger with a lecture and demonstration on the topic, orgasms, quality or quantity. And God, I hope she can make it.
Some people say I'm a horrible boy, and they hide when they hear me call around. They hear my voice in the hall outside and hope that I just pass on by. Some people live with the fear of my touch or the fear that I want to stop and talk. I'm only trying to do my job, I swear to you I wouldn't lie. I know you're thinking of protecting yourself. Don't give your business to somebody else. Give me a minute, I'm really sincere. I got a policy here and a calendar you can take home. I'm not above doing anything to restore your faith if I can. Some people think they will live to be old. They never realize that they could die young. I want you covered in case you die, because I am an insurance man. Oh, yes, an insurance man. Look, if you got kids, you got a car, you got a house, anything, talk to me. I have the papers. I'll be in the lobby at intermission. We can meet there. Super fantastic. I know, the subtle stuff gets me too. I know what you mean. We have to take a short break here, folks, because Bob and Carol are not with us. It's not really an intermission.
Please don't think that we're bitter or anything.
not.
They're really wonderful people. You know, they got work out of Chan has. And they're in Annie now. They're the dog on the table in Act 2. So if anyone would like to go see them,
They
they're
play the
darn good.
best household furniture and pets
The
that
best
you've ever
I've
seen,
seen.
so get out there. This is, as I said, not an intermission, it's just a break. So you can talk among yourselves, we'll talk among
Here we are.
ourselves,
We're
and
just
just
gonna
relax.
share a few
Thanks very
vibes
much.
here.
Boy, I really need this break. This crowd wouldn't choke up a laugh if we gave them the Heimlich maneuver. My underwear is bunched up. Ouch. It hurts.
God, I need this break tonight. My singing sounds like someone's giving me the Heimlich maneuver. Tolan Shorts must be giving him trouble. He's such a chump.
If I can keep a constant buzz, still remain coherent, I can get through playing this absolute shit music.
Wait a minute, what are they doing? They're coming down with us. What if they come to me? What should we do? Why don't they stay up there where they belong?
Don't come to me, don't come to me, don't shit, he came to me. What should I do? I know, I'll sit down before I have an accident.
I knew I shouldn't have worn this shirt. I bought it second hand. God, I'm so embarrassed, I want to die.
Oh my God, I'm with another man. My husband will kill me if he finds out. What if someone sees me? Oh no, there are the Andersons. I'm screwed.
Oh, I wonder if the kilo bag of Coke is making a bulge. People can see. Just what I need. Another 5 years in Stillwater. I'm that woman's husband. I followed her and her lover here tonight, and I was going to kill them in the lobby after the show. But now everyone knows. I'll see you at home, Shirley.
I'm so shy, he's so handsome. He could never love a girl like me.
Hold on, girl. You've got that thing that makes me feel so free. And you don't bring me flowers anymore. People say I look a lot like Tom Selleck. I wonder how many people are saying, hey, he looks like Tom Selleck.
Nobody thinks you look like Tom Selleck.
Thank you. You cared enough to tell me the truth. Will you have my children?
Yes, I will.
Great, they're out in the car. I'll go get them. I think we've driven this bit into the ground.
I hope Steve is thinking of blacking out the lights.
No, I was thinking that guy did look a little like Tom Selleck.
Steve,
All right.
just what I love. A nice, fast blackout.
God, I need a break.
Look, Betty, don't worry about the roast. It's in the oven. What can I do to it? Look, 3 months of college. I'm sure she's changed a little bit. Our little girl. Yeah, look, I think they're coming in the driveway. Get home as soon as you can, all right? All right. Yeah. All right, goodbye. Jeez.
See you guys on Sunday. Hey, thanks for the ride, you dink.
Hey there, stranger. Hey.
Big
How are you?
Dad, you're looking sharp.
Yeah, you're looking pretty colorful yourself there.
Hey, where's Betty?
Your mother is not home right now. She's closing on a house. She'll be home soon. She's excited to see you.
Great. So, McDad, tell me, what's been happening?
What?
McDad? You know, like McDonald's?
Yeah.
Oh, it's stupid. It's a sorority thing. You wouldn't get it.
What is McDad?
Well, you see, you take normal stuff and you make something out of it. McDad. McKitchen. McMicrowave.
Sounds McFun. How was the ride?
All boring, long.
Who was the dink?
Huh?
You thanked a dink for the ride home rather loudly a minute ago.
Oh, that's Danny. He's just a dink.
Well, honey, I'm sure the whole neighborhood knows that by now. You know, we have neighbors here. This is not Sodom and Gomorrah State U, where you can yell all night and day and nobody gives a hoot. I'm just telling you, this is a residential area here.
Dad, I'm not even in the door yet, and you're already telling me what to do and what not to do?
All right,
Oh.
all right. After dinner, we'll go out in our driveway and yell about our privates for half an hour, all right? Make you feel like you're back up at school. It's good to see you.
Thanks.
You glad to be home?
Yeah, it's okay.
Don't hyperventilate now. Linda, what are you wearing?
What? What's
on your
wrong?
face?
Dad, I wore makeup before I went to college.
Looks like you've added on to what you were wearing when you left the house.
Oh, thanks.
I'm just saying it's thick, that's all. Don't put it on with a shovel. That's what I'm talking about. I'm kidding you. I'm kidding you. Come on. What are you doing in school?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing much.
You know, when you were a little twerp, you know, first, second grade, I used to say to you, what do you do at school today? And, you know, everything. You know, we couldn't shut you out. You know, hit you on the head with a plate. You keep going, too, you know. And then around seventh grade, I said to you, what'd you do at school today? You said nothing. You're still saying that you're in a hell of a slump. That's what I'm telling you here right now.
Come on, Dad, I'm learning stuff.
Yeah?
Oh, I'm taking botany.
You don't like science.
I know I'm flunking.
All right?
Oh, and I've got the Spanish course. It's this kind of deal for the second language sort of thing.
Well, you've mastered your first language. You might as well move on, right?
Oh, and I've got one really good class.
Yeah?
It's a psychology course, and it's called Counting the Rings in the Family Tree.
Sounds interesting.
Oh, it is. I went a couple times, and I really liked it, so I think I'll keep going.
Good.
You know, it's all about interfamily relations and the expected patterns of interaction that, like, society has placed on us, as opposed to expressing our own wills and stuff.
Well, honey, I don't think that sounds like something you'd like.
See, you just did it.
What did I do? I just said it did. It doesn't
You
sound like
just
something you like. That's what I
illustrated the
said.
point. You don't think that's something I would like. Why not?
It sounds dull. That's why.
You just said it sounded interesting.
All right. Yeah. All right. I'll tell you. It does not sound like something that.
I would understand. Is that what you're trying to
You're putting
choke
words
up
in
here?
my mouth.
Well, why
Don't
would you
be
say
putting
that
words
about
in
me?
my
Give me
mouth.
one good reason why I wouldn't understand.
I'm gonna give you a reason. I'm gonna give you a reason. It's a psychology course. You're my little girl. You know, I still think of you as eating paste. making a mess with finger paints, which brings us back to your eyeshadow. It's a little thick. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I don't need your approval, you know.
No, I'm just being Dad the Dink. There you go.
Well, you know, you're going to have to be serious about this for me.
I'm serious.
You know, Dad, someday I'm going to be married, I'm going to have kids, I'm going to have to pay all the bills, and, you know, Dad here's going to be relating to me like I need a diaper change.
That is an exaggeration.
Of the truth, right?
Yeah.
See, that's why I think we should just become more aware of this problem before it becomes too pontoon.
Pontoon?
Pontoon means really bad.
Well, I wouldn't want there to be any pontoon feelings between us here. Look, this is a big change from 3 months ago when you were sniffling goodbye to Mommy and Daddy.
Well, that was 3 months ago. See, I had no idea the implications of what I was doing.
Oh, you're telling me your childhood, your early adulthood, your mother and I manipulated you because you didn't know the implications of what you were doing.
Yeah, that's right. See, that's why I think we should just update our relationship, Pete.
Pete,
Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy's out.
you sound like you're driving a truck part-time.
And Dad's better, but see, it's still a title, a power thing. See, I call you Pete, and therefore we establish a more equal-based relationship.
What kind of relationship are you shooting for here?
Well, you know, friends, first of all, you know, and then maybe confidants, something with equal respect.
All right. Whatever you want, we'll do.
Dad,
All right,
don't
make you happy.
patronize me. I'm being serious
I'm
about
your
this.
father. Patronize means father. Don't tell me what not to do.
You are my father. See, that's what you are. I want to find out what you can be. It's very exciting.
You should have gone to a state school. That's all I know right now.
Now, give this a try.
They don't teach this crap at the U, I'll tell you that now.
This is not the Temple of Doom, you know, Dad. This is just a trial.
All
just
right.
give it a chance and you'll like it, okay?
All right.
All right?
All right.
Okay. So, how have you been feeling?
Fine.
No, see, I'm your confidant. Vent to me as if I was a friend, not a daughter, okay? Just tell
I
me.
had a little trouble with the itch a while back. That cleared up. What do you want me to say? I don't know. How are you?
Fine. How are you and Betty doing?
Fine. Well, not really. If you want to know the truth, we've been fighting a little bit, more than usual. It's nothing big. We might see a counselor. I don't know.
Are you shitting me?
No, I am not shitting you.
Why did you tell me that?
I told you that because you just asked me to tell you like a confidant, and I did.
You just told me that to shock me.
Oh,
Are you guys really having trouble?
it's nothing big.
Hey, did you get my paper?
What paper?
You know, the one I wrote for rhetoric, my first A in college.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Well, what?
did you love it? Did you hate it? What? Tell me
Well,
what you
gee,
think.
I hope you're not looking for approval. I certainly couldn't give you that.
No. I want a simple opinion.
All
that's
right, I'll tell you. It reminded me of something you wrote in 9th grade, the thing about the dog. There you go.
Oh, now that is not fair. Criticize it like you don't know me.
Like I don't know you.
Yeah.
You're my daughter. To the slightest degree, I know you. You take one psychology course, 3 months of college, and you come back here and you tell me like I don't know you. Now, you explain that to me.
Look, I'm not doing this to be a jerk or anything. I just thought it'd be good for us to learn to relate in a new way, that's all.
I didn't think the old way was that bad. I mean, you know, we talked. We
Yeah,
talked.
we did.
Which means we used to.
Look, let's just forget it, okay? For now. Oh, look, I brought some pimentos home.
Pimentos?
You know, mementos? We say pimentos because mementos is such a stupid word, don't you think?
That'll sweep the neighborhood, sure.
Yeah. Look, see? I got this for Sean. Look. My sister goes to UMC and all I got was a stupid T-shirt. Isn't that quaint?
That's funny.
Yeah, where is he anyway?
He's at softball. He'll be home soon.
Well, there's the shirt for the squirt.
Don't call your brother a squirt. He's a tall boy. He'll beat the crap out of you.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, and this is for Betty. This is perfect. Look, it's an apron. See?
Bitch, bitch, bitch.
Yeah. Isn't that appropriate?
Honey, just make sure you give it to her. I don't want to.
Okay. You can wear it, Dad.
I'm not going to wear that thing in the house.
Oh, and I got this for you. See, this is called a decal.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You put it on the back window of the wagon. Now, don't put it on this side. You think the stickums on this
Honey,
side.
I'm
but
not
you can't-
senile yet, all right? I've worked it. We had cars in the Bronze Age, for Christ's sake, you know.
Imagine that.
Not a mite.
Oh, and I got a stuffed raccoon.
You brought a dead animal in the house here?
Dad.
You can't.
It's a
Oh, that's-
school mascot, see?
that's cute.
I thought Mr. Wiggles would play with it.
Honey. Honey,
What?
we had to have Mr. Wiggles put to sleep, honey. We didn't tell you at school because you're alone up there. You know, we thought we'd wait till you came home and tell you here. 17 is old for a cat, you know. And the cat wasn't eating, and the vet said the kidneys were bad. You know, we took her downtown there and had her put to sleep.
Oh.
You okay?
Mhm.
I hate to be the bearer of such pontoon news.
Don't say that, Dad. Sounds so stupid when you say it.
Sorry.
So stupid.
So,
So what else is new, buddy?
lovers,
fireman?
dreamers, and
Or maybe
me,
some of
what a
us
bunch
would
of
like to-
bullshit, you know? You know, like I'm getting a little
Let's
sick
not
of
say
that little
naughty
green
words.
frog crap here, you know?
I think, like I
I
was
have
saying, let's
needs.
talk about
I
our
want to
dreams.
hump Miss Piggy is what I'm talking about. I want to make some bacon here.
Here, boys and girls, Kermit's not been feeling all well at all this week, so we're gonna
All
go
right,
on
hey,
to something new.
all right.
And
Hey,
maybe
hey.
we'll come back. What?
All right, why don't you go curl your hair with a cattle prod? Bring me back some Johnny Walker Red. Now, I'm sorry, folks. I mean, I just couldn't take it anymore. You know, lovers, dreamers, and me-ish. You know, I think we're going to start telling kids the way it really is, you know? Get them ready for the real world. There is no Easter bunny. There ain't no lucky bet. When people say, what can I give? They mean, what do I get? And what about old Kermit, your buddy from your youth? I'm just a piece of felt with someone's hand up my butt. Ain't it the frogging truth? Santa is your daddy. The tooth fairy is mom. When they say peaceful events, what they mean is bomb. There'll never be a balanced budget, that I guarantee. I'm just a piece of felt with someone's hand at my butt, so wake up to reality. You won't find an honest man like Diogenes was wishing. Nowadays, an honest man is a notch below politician. Military advisors don't exist, and there's no Mr. Clean. I'm just a piece of felt with someone's hand in my butt, so wake up and smell the caffeine. All right, folks, now I'd like to do a little entertainment for you, the way that I've always wanted to do it. First of all, my imitation from The Exorcist. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. You really are a bitching crowd. Thank you so much. And now, folks, my imitation of Sammy Davis Jr. Who can take the sunrise? Spring, do. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And now, folks, my imitation of me relaxing at home. There really is no president, no leader of the nation. Reagan's just a figment of a radical conservative imagination. There is no Lady Luck, there ain't no shining knight. I'm just a piece of felt with someone's hand, you know where. Doesn't the truth just bite? Once a year you and I are alike when you pay your taxes, I claim. Though you aren't made of felt, I'll bet the hand feels the same. So now you know the awful truth, but don't take it from me. I'm just a piece of felt with someone's hand in my butt, and so is he. So long, folks.
We'll be right back with Act 2 after a quick 10-minute intermission.
Good evening and welcome to the Weaker Arts Center and our current exhibit, Jim Dinette 5 Themes. The 5 themes Mr. Dinette is concerned with are the following: houses, robes, hearts, trees, and cheese.
I work with a limited number of themes because it's more restrictive, and I need that. Because my mind tends to, if you'll remember in 1976, I worked with 4 themes, yellow moons, pink stars, blue diamonds, and green clovers.
The first theme is houses. Mr. Dinette's renderings of simple dwellings are vivid and striking and reveal a complexity so multi-layered that many have given up on them totally. In the work House on Slant from 1977, Dinette seems to be saying, look, this house is on a slant.
This is great big house with strength. Very deeply about this house. What was I saying?
In House Not on Slant from 1978, Dinette has filled the windows with happy, smiling faces. But in the corner, on the outside of the house, what is that? Is it a dog? Is it some kind of bat?
This is House on Slant 2. I love this house. It was on my grandfather's farm in Crutchfield, Vermont. And I loved it. But when I finally get it on canvas, it was horrible. It had a negative undercurrent. It fairly reeked of despair.
Dinette destroyed House on Slant 2, but when he looked down at the pieces, he became attracted to the work's randomness. It now hangs in his private collection under the title House on Slant 2, All Ripped Up. The next thing Dinette explores is the heart.
A few people fully realize that if it weren't for the heart, we'd all be dead.
In 1981, Dinette created Heart with Purple Line Through It, and art critics were astounded at the piece's power and vitality. The raw honesty of the piece shocked many. And the line, did it represent a love torn in two directions? Was it a linear statement about modern romance? Or was it the angular reality of a romantic form?
No, I just like lines.
Cheese is the third theme, and Dinette gives his cheese wings of fancy. Cheese flies through time and space, it whirls through fantasy, and finally settles back in reality, as seen in the captivatingly charming Swiss and Gouda with Happy Rodent. The fourth theme is trees.
I work with trees because trees rhymes with cheese, and that's one of the other themes. I think it's rather mystical, the way that worked out.
Hoping to recreate the excitement and success of the earlier House on Slant 2, All Ripped Up, Dinette attempted a similar treatment on 3 Trees in 1980. The result?
It looked all ripped up.
Dinette's most amazing work to date has been the Artist in Action series. The first work, entitled Mental Block Number 1, shook the art world to its roots when it first appeared in 1972. It caused such a stir that Dinette is hard at work on the haunting Block Number 2, which he hopes to have completed by the fall of 1985.
Robes are my final theme, and to me, robes are like people. They have different textures, they have different designs, they can be open, they can be closed. My favorite is Small Green Robe Floating in the Middle of Nothing from 1966, and of course, Purple Robe with 3 buttons and black label on the neck.
Dinette is ever playful with his work. In the corner of Purple Robe, there is the inscription Monica, age 6. Some say this is Dinette's way of centering the piece. Others feel that Dinette is exploring color and line. And others say that, like the artist Hirschfeld, Dinette has hidden the name Monica in this work 6 times. So far, museum goers and art critics have found only one of the 6 Monicas, the one. Mr. Dinette will be back at the Weeker in the fall of 1986 with his new exhibit, Dinette Set, 5 More Themes Explored. They are combs and hairbrushes standing up, clock radios as seen from the air, black stools with red tops, bottles of mineral water on small stepladders, and feet. Please visit us again in November when David Hackney returns with a new show, Hackney Paints the Kitchen. Good evening, and thank you.
Right now in Rochester, it's clear and 52 degrees. Sioux Falls clear 56. Fargo Moorhead cloudy 39. In the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, fair skies and 50 degrees. You are tuned to KSJN FM, Minneapolis and St. Paul.
hello, love. It's like that folks keep listening, especially with the way I sing. Hello, love. Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome to a rarely home companion. Coming to you live from downtown St. Paul, which is a contradiction in itself. Presented every Saturday night at this time by Minnesota Public Radio, by this public radio station, and by luck, where every week we present a show full of whimsical folksy humor and music played on instruments most people throw away. We're the same old group of people and a few special guests you've never heard of, and brought to you by Powdered Milk, the milk substitute the government gives out to the nation's underprivileged, and that's manufactured by your friends in Lake Wobegon, Minnesota, a little town that time forgot, and that's making me a bundle. Oh yes, I'm famous. Why is it? Hello, luck. Hello, luck. Oh, thank you, there, boys. Hello to you on a Saturday night, and welcome to the first portion of our show, brought to you by Powdered Milk in the plain white, lead-free envelope. Well, we got a nice bunch of people here tonight in St. Paul. You happy to be here? I'm sure you're happy to be here. I know that we're happy to be here, especially on public radio, because, you know, on public radio, we have a lot more freedom in presenting our program, and we do so in a way that probably would not be possible on commercial radio with its obvious lack of taste and its base capitalism. We're also happy to tell you that the Lake Wobegon activewear line has just hit the stores, so keep an eye out for that, along with the Lake Wobegon t-shirts, hats, bumper stickers, and the Lake Wobegon wok and stir-fry set. Your neighbors have one. Why the heck don't you? This portion of our show is brought to you by Powdered Milk, made from the real whole milk, dried in the noonday sun by immense unmarried Scandinavian women. In the drier parts of the Lake Wobegon Reservoir, Powdered Milk, the milk substitute that gives unemployed persons the strength to stay home and leech off the rest of us. Give them that powdered milk. Oh, is your family drinking powdered milk?
Powdered milk?
Is your family drinking powdered milk?
Powdered milk?
Oh, a glass or two will fill 'em. Oh, of course it just might kill 'em. It tastes like crap, that powdered milk. Right there, boy. Fill 'em, oh, of course, it just might kill 'em. It tastes like crap, that powdered milk. Oh, thank you there, boys. Good night again, Jones. Bill Evans on the bass himself on the piano. This portion of our show is brought to you by Beulah's Marital Aids for persons in wedlock who like to be hurt. Beulah's Marital Aids in the Dales, Mondale, Hartdale, Glendale, McGoverndale, and Jacksondale. Well, now we want to welcome out an old friend. We haven't seen her for a while. So we want to welcome her out. Because she's an old friend. And we haven't seen her in a while. So, let's welcome out Miss Harmony Backwater, who's with us tonight here. Hi there, Harmony.
Hi there, Garrison.
How you doing there?
Just fine.
What you been up to?
Oh, I've been busy.
Uh-huh.
I've been on the Save the Rabbit tour. And I also just finished a double album with Prince, you know, folk songs.
With Prince, okay. I see you brought the dulcimer with you tonight there.
Sure did. This is a new one.
Where's that from?
This is from Dick's House of Plywood Instruments in Lake Elmo.
Okay, super. You gonna do a tune for us?
Sure am.
Okay. This is from Harmony's upcoming album with Prince, entitled Appalachian White Bitch Mama.
I was a-dreaming when I wrote this, so forgive me if I go astray. Trees are falling all around. Folks don't recycle as they should. And I'm gonna wash my hair real soon. 'Cause I'm gonna live in the woods. Yes, I'm gonna move to the forest tonight. Live with the squirrels and the rabbits. I'll dance with the chipmunks and the quail. night. April mist is falling. The old gray on the branch lily tree over there in the corner forest is calling my name. 'Cause I'm gonna live in the woods. I'm gonna live in the woods. I'm gonna live in the woods. Kumbaya.
Oh, heavens, thank you there, Harmony. I know I could certainly feel the influence of Prince on that little tune. Harmony will be speaking in St. Paul on this Tuesday at the Hotel St. Paul. Her topic will be folk music and narcolepsy. Is there really a connection? Well, just remember, folks, listening to folk music is the closest thing to sleep, except you get to keep your eyes open. We have a few hellos here. Hello to Richard in our audience, from Mary, who's also in our audience. It's too bad we couldn't get seats together. Happy birthday to the Hanson twins in White Bear Lake, turning 40 and 41. Hello to Shirley and her lover, from Shirley's husband, who's also in the audience. I'll see you in the lobby, he says. Happy birthday to Eddie Black, who is not with us tonight. Welcome to Minnesota from your friends to Maureen. And happy anniversary to Mick and Pam in our audience tonight, their 12th anniversary. Hello to the Lundins in our audience tonight, from your next door neighbors. You must have left your stove on. Please come home quickly. Garrison, move closer to the mic and speak up, your producer. Well, it's been a quiet week in Lake Wobegon. Nothing much happening there. I was there on Wednesday night. Tuesday night, excuse me, Tuesday. I went out there to see Jim Spriggs. Jim's had some trouble sleeping lately, and he wanted me to come up and talk to him for a while. The reason Jim's been having this trouble, Jim had some rather painful dental work done, you know, there. And Jim goes to Dr. Klein, who is Lake Wobegon's dentist. Well, Dr. Klein does not believe in Novocaine. You know, they got Eichmann and they got Himmler, but they didn't get Dr. Klein, you know. Well, Dr. Klein had a stroke last weekend, kind of with public demand, you know. So Jim had to find a new dentist to have the work completed, and he heard some folks talking down to tap about a Dr. Waxman who was a painless dentist. And he said, you know, that's what I'm going to do there. I'll make the appointment, go down there, get that work done. Sure, you betcha. So I made the appointment, went down there, it looked like a normal dentist office. There was a normal receptionist there, normal copy of Highlights for Children magazine there. You know, when you get to be Jim's age, you can figure out what's hidden in this picture a lot faster than when you're younger. There was a normal dental hygienist there, Judy. Then Dr. Waxman came in, and he's black. Now, Jim didn't have too much experience with black people. When Jim was a boy, his uncle told him the reason there are no black folks in Lake Wobegon is because all the black folks in Minnesota live in their own town. Lake Webegon, Minnesota. But I don't think that's a real town. I think that's a town somebody made up, you know, there. Well, Jim was nervous. Dr. Waxman tried to put him at ease, asked him if he'd ever had gas before. Jim didn't know what that had to do with dentistry offhand, but what the heck, you know. So Dr. Waxman put the mask on him there, counted backwards from 100, and there you go. Well, while Jim was under the gas, he thinks he had a dream. Now, he's not sure, and that's what scares him. In the dream, his grandmother appeared, and his grandmother was not a tolerant woman of black people. Now, in the dream, she went to Jim, crossed by Judy there, leaned over to Spitbowl, and said into Jim's ear, Jim, say nigger. Well, Jim's not sure if he said it or not. because he was under the gas, you know. And he thought, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? He thought, I know, I will wait till the gas wears off. I'll wake up. I will look at Dr. Waxman, and I will know if I said that word. So he waited, and the gas wore off, and he woke up. And he looked at Dr. Waxman, and he knew he had said that word. Not because Dr. Waxman looked mean. It's just that Jim thought he saw a look deep in Dr. Waxman's eye that would indicate he must have said that word. And he said to me, am I a racist? Am I a bigot? What do you think? I said, I don't know, Jim. I don't know. And all of a sudden it hit him just like that. He said, wait a minute. There's no way I can be a racist. There's no way I can be a bigot. I'm a liberal Democrat. I'm automatically exempt. There's no way I can be a bigot. I'm voting for Mondale. There's no way. And he felt pretty good about that, you know. But he still had a choice to make because Dr. Klein recovered. He had to choose between a painful white dentist and a painless black one. And as a liberal Democrat, he chose to see the painful white dentist. And I told his brother Bob Spriggs that story. Bob said, well, I don't think Jim's a real liberal Democrat, you know, because a real liberal Democrat would go to a black dentist. Not because he's painless, because he's black. And I think we owe him that much. And that's the news from Lake Wobegon, where the men of the women of the men, and the children have a lot of questions. Tune in next week when the show will be exactly the same as this one. Good night, everybody.
When most girls have a crush, they rush into that area where angels fear to trudge. Please pardon if I blush, but mush invites hysteria and words can turn to fudge. While others get all misty over men they meet at school, this romance is different, very different, you'll agree. He's short, he's older, he's slight, he's stooped. His eyebrows are crooked, his mustache is drooped. But he's the man who keeps me overjoyed. I've got a crush on Floyd. His tastes are simple, his hair is graying, and when he speaks, you can't tell what he's saying. But when he falters, I am not annoyed. I've got a crush on Floyd. We visit whenever the reruns play. I cherish the moments we share. You'd be surprised at the boundless desire I harbor for this barber. He's not real brainy, he's not a jock, he's not great looking, he wears a smock. I'm the moth, he's the flame I can't avoid. I've got a crush on Floyd. Oh, what can I say? I mean, what can anyone say about love when it happens? I mean, why didn't I fall for Andy or Opie? For my age, at least. Oh, and I certainly could not see anything serious with Goober. I mean, the mail would come addressed to Mr. and Mrs. Goober. So I knew it had to be Floyd. I write to him. I even sent him a lock of my hair once. You know, he works with hair, so I knew he'd take special interest in that. Well, golly, he hasn't written back yet. Oh, he's just being mysterious. I like it. You know, just once I wish I could hear him say,
Oh, hey, Linda.
soon he'll come to steal me away, live near Mayberry. I will be his little shrink.
She's such a nice girl.
It was a nice first date. We saw a real nice movie. We saw this movie Arbor Day about a crazy guy who hides in trees. And then he saws up everyone he sees because he has a mental type disease. It was nice. It was a nice first date. We ate some real nice food. We went to McDonald's, had a shake that colored red and white and blue. It looked like crayons dipped in Elmer's glue. And it tasted like it too. It was nice. But now comes the part of the date for which I'm unprepared. The goodnight kiss. Shit, I'm scared. Well, good night.
Good night.
All right.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, right?
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey! You didn't happen to get the homework from class today, did you?
Homework. Oh, yes, I did. 10-page paper on Eskimo rites, rituals, and foodstuffs.
The only thing I know about Eskimos is what they do with their noses.
Well,
Well. Good night. I blew it. I blew it. I let her right into it, but then I didn't do it, so I blew it. And more. She knew it. She knew it when I blew it. I blew it and she knew it. I screw it.
what does he think is wrong with me? What does he think I have BD? I just blew it and I guarantee that was our last date. What does he think is wrong with me? What does he think I have BD? I just blew it and I guarantee that was our last date.
Sorry to ring. I hope you weren't in bed.
No, you got my father up. I won't say what he said.
What does your dad do?
Oh, he's a sergeant.
Police?
Marines.
I guess you're wondering why I asked you here tonight. Right, I wanted
You wanted
to ask you
to ask me
if I could
if you could
ask you
ask me
a question
a question
concerning
concerning
the movie.
the movie.
I wanted
You wanted
to know if your raisinets were stale.
Raisinets.
Raisinets?
Raisinets.
Raisinets? Raisinets? Yes, mine were stale.
Mine was
I seem to have a phlegm problem of some kind here. Do you have some lifesavers? Wait, by some chance I happen to have a roll of certs on me. Would you like one?
Yes, please. Ooh, that resin is delicious. Well,
Well, good night.
good night.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
We know where this is going, so good night. Good night.
What's wrong? What's wrong? He was coming right along. Maybe I was wrong to be so strong. And now I've lost him. I could go and accost him. Why cost him when I've lost him and he's gone?
Soon I swear I'm going to crack. I thought the certs were right on track. Now I'll never get her back. Now she thinks I'm gay.
He was coming right along. Maybe I was wrong to be so strong.
Right on track.
And now I've lost him. I could go and accost him. Why cost him when I've lost him and he's gone?
I'm so
hope you understand my delicate position. But if I could only
Yes?
ask your permission,
For what?
you know,
No what?
you know,
No what?
come on,
Come on.
okay,
Uh-huh.
okay,
Uh-huh.
okay, okay.
Oh no, it's on a timer. I'm sorry. I'll turn it off. It's not my fault. It's not a. It's a timer. I'm sorry. Are you okay? You okay? Sorry.
I like to run short distances late at night. Thinking of losing 20 pounds and joining a track team or
No,
something.
you're perfect now. You really
don't have to-
are. I've seen you
you
run.
don't have
I
to
thought,
say that.
No, you'd be good for the Olympics or something. I've said that. I wouldn't say.
I'm in love with just one kiss. Oh, I wonder, does it go downhill from this? Well,
Good night. Good night.
good night, good night, good night.
It's hard to say good night.
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 Good
night. Good night. Good night.
Good night, good.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good morning.
Gentlemen, the cast of First Time, Second Thoughts is proud to bring you an expression of dance not often seen on a Minneapolis stage. The Bathroom Mirror Ballet by Tchaikovsky, where we see the principal dancers preparing for a first encounter of an evening with the opposite sex. First from the female perspective, then the male. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bathroom Mirror Ballet. Who's got the doorbell?
I just wanted to see if this worked again. Yeah, okay.
Where were we? Oh, okay. I work with him all the time. Okay. As you all know, Bob Pasternak is no longer in our show.
That son of a bitch!
And, well, I was dating Bob's brother, Pat Pasternak, and, well, the relationship is over now. You know, I gotta break up with this guy, and it's my first time breaking up with someone. You know, usually they break up with me, you know, they just don't call or they move. Anyway, well, the trouble started with this guy on his birthday. I got him this new game, Trivial Pursuit. You know, I thought that would be fun, but once he got that game, he sort of forgot my name and my phone number and my address, but no, he did manage to memorize all 6,000 answers to all those questions, and now he's working on the silver screen edition, so that's it, you know, I gotta break up. So, seeing that it's my first time and all, you know, I want to make it special, and I don't want to cry and puffy eyes and mascara to my knees. No, I think this time I'd like to make him cry. You can tell me everything about Eclipse. You know all the songs by Gladys Knight and the Pips. But you don't know zip about relationships. That's the kind of geek you are. You can tell me how a mountain lion breathes. You know all the history of the Finns and the Swedes. But you're in the dark about a woman's needs. That's the kind of geek you are. You went to college, you vent your knowledge whenever we get alone. When I'm not near you, still I can hear you. You give me facts and figures late at night on the phone. You know lots of stuff about the brothers, right? You know all the lyrics sung by Barry White. But you don't have a clue who I was with last night. That's the kind of geek you are. Take it, boys. I couldn't reach you. I'm going to teach you a fact that you'll have to review. Hey, you'll need to know soon the distance to the moon. That's how far I'm going to get away from you. Oh, you can tell me how the Incas used to dress. You know all the songs that are Porgy and Bess. But now you're going to learn a little loneliness. That subject is a beaut. 'Cause love with you will never ever do. 'Cause your love is a trivial pursuit.
All first times must come to an end. That's the way it's always gonna be, my friend. We all remember first, heck, everybody tries. But soon it's a second in front of our eyes. Oh, you've got to whip me with your rhythm stick, baby. Oh, why don't we do it? Do it in the road.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's Peter Tolan's flip side of I Think I Love You from the Partridge Family.
I'm sorry. I should write the last song first because it always sounds like...
That really sucks,
Thank you.
Peter.
Music.
Thank you,
I
Steve.
think that's what
I
it's
just
called.
wish that I had some techno-fusion, jazz rock,
This is-
pop kind of thing in me, man.
This is the last number, Pete. We need a little fun.
gotta let
It's in there, Pete. It's in.
I never expected this.
What a surprise! Oh, beat it.
I'm becoming funkified.
Oh, first times, ain't got to end. Just let go. Don't pretend. You want them hanging around. Just kick them out the door. First time's a memory and nothing more. Oh, first times, ain't got to stop.
No more stories getting hit with a pitch. Terry Grimes was a son of a bitch. We got the tooth, we got the flash. Now we're gonna snag a little extra cash. We're shooting a video, don't you see? We're gonna be on MTV. Got no story, got no plot. So you know it's got to be hot. Shooting the film, you can't go wrong. If it doesn't have a thing to do with the song, put it up on the screen. It's a pop rock funny machine. Keep the camera at the crotch. That's what the people love to watch. Make it weird, it's not too hard. Let it go like a leotard. A couple of knives and designer jeans. We don't know what the heck it means. Now we're ready to cook. Everybody take the book.
Dreaming when our love was new. Oh, girls, just wanna have fun. I don't know what that means.
Eat that coke.
Oh, first time, let go to let. Just let go. Don't pretend. Oh, first time, let go to let. Just let go. Don't
Remember a time.
Remember a kiss.
Remember a kiss.
Remember a night.
Remember a night.
And also this.
We won't scream.
We won't yell off. We'll quietly
Get the hell off. So first, if you had a good time, then second,
come back
a second. Raymond Burr. Steve Redstraw. You may have noticed tonight we have some guys in the back who are filming this to pick the audience of the 1984 Olympics, by the way, so very good. I said, actually, tonight they're filming this show, and the last show that was here was called Les Folies Bourgeois. There we go, all right, it still works even though the show's over. Did anybody happen to see that show, by the way, Les Folies Bourgeois? My mother and father. Very good. Okay, good. All right. We never recorded that, and it's there's one bit in there that we meant to do. We meant to record for film. I hope you remember it. It's, you know, the Reader's Digest condenses books. At one time they used to do that, just so they take the good parts and leave the crap out, and you'd read it and think it was great.
Well, I think the same thing can be done with movies. And the movie as my choice is The Wizard of Oz. The reason this is because, you know, we've all seen it, I think, a number of times, and we all have our favorite parts to it. But, you know, it's so long, why sit through that? Why not just get the good parts, right? So that version of the film takes only 6 minutes. So I would like to do that tonight. As you know, the beginning of the film is pretty much of a waste because... Get out of here, honey, go on, get out of here. And then she runs off, sees the guy, come here, honey, look at the crystal ball. Yeah. And then she runs back, and it's a twister. Shh. She runs in the house, whacks her head, 2 guys from Duluth out the window in a rowboat. Look, got a muskie here. Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Everything's in Technicolor. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, are you a good witch or a bad witch? Oh, I'm not a witch at all. Witches are mean and ugly. Oh, but I am a witch. Oh, shit. Come out, wherever you are, and meet the young lady who fell from a star. Boom, 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 boom. She fell from the sky, she fell very far, and Kansas, she says, is the name of the star.
As mayor of the Munchkins today, in the county and the land of Oz, we'd like to welcome you most regally, but we're going to follow you legally, to see if she is morally, ethically, physically dead. We represent
What happened was no miracle. What happened was just this. The house began to pitch, the kitchen took a pitch, and suddenly the hinges started to unhitch. Just then, the witch, to satisfy an itch, came running her room, so
what happened then was rich. The house began to pitch, the kitchen took a pitch, and
who killed my sister? Was it you? It was an accident. Bullshit. She meant to drop that house down there. We know that. Well, I can cause accidents too. Ah, the ruby slippers. I'll get you my pretty little dog too. Talk about PMS. Holy cow. Now what'll I do?
Well, you'll have a girl.
Come over to my place. That way is a very nice way. Toto, did you say something? I'm a fucking dog. I got no line. Woof is all I know. Some people go that way. Of course, some people do go both ways. We know about those people, don't we? You can speak, how wonderful. Oh, yeah. But they forgot to give me a brain. Only straw. Oh, please take me with you. I won't try to think because I haven't got a brain. It's a man made out of tin. I think he said oil can. Come on. She's from Kansas. She can barely understand her own dialect, let alone, you know, pick up the metallic languages. Oh, my arms, my arms. Oh, why, you can speak. How wonderful. If you think I'm wonderful, bang on my chest. Go ahead. Ding, 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 ding. The tinsmith forgot to give me a lions and tigers and bears. Oh, my. Scared, huh? Frightened, huh? Put 'em up. I'll get you anyway, Pee-wee. What'd you have to hit me for? I didn't bite him. But you were going to. Why, look at you. You're nothing but a big coward. It's true. Look at the shackles under my eyes. Oh, sad, believe me, missy, when you're forced to be a sissy without the women. Poppies! Unusual weather we're having. Say you want to see the wizard. Why'd you say so? That's a horse of a different color. Come on in! That's how we laughed the day away in the merry land of Oz. Bring me the broomstick of the wicked witch! Fly! I do believe in spooks. I do. The monkeys come, they grab Dorothy in the woods, they take her away. Come on, we gotta help Dorothy.
Come on, this way. They knock down the door. Come on, Dorothy. They run this way through the castle. They run this way through the castle. They meet in the turret. The last to go will see that the three die before her. Ah, Scarecrow. Wanna play ball? Don't touch that water. Pshaw! What a world, what a world. Ah. Who'd have thought my beautiful wickedness would destroy a little girl like you? Oh, Maxwell House.
She's dead. You've killed her. Hail to Dorothy, the Wicked Witch is dead.
Greatest actor of all time right there. The big day comes. Go away, the check is in the mail. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain, the great and powerful.
Ah, spoken. Oh, you're a very bad man. Oh, I'm just a very bad hypotenuse triangle. I can feel it ticking. Courage.
The big day comes. They get in the balloon. So long, folks. So long. Toto, come back. I don't know how to drive this. Ding, ding, ding. But you've always had the power to go home. Why didn't you tell me that before, bitch? Come on. Just tap your toes together 3 times and say, there's no place like home. 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 And I'll never take dangerous drugs again.